Good morning, guys. I am so happy to see all of you. I've been spending a few quiet moments this morning. I made myself an iced matcha, which tastes, by the way, amazing. I've been experimenting with different milks. Last time I made it with coconut milk and I felt like it was so watery. So now I'm using cow's milk and I feel like it's a little bit better. But if you guys have any recommendations in terms of which milk to use in my matcha, then please let me know. But you probably noticed that I was journaling, and I am so happy to say that I have finally cracked the code on how to journal. And I feel like I have been like a broken record talking about journaling and wanting to get into journaling for probably 2 years now. And somehow I figured it out, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts on journaling and maybe give you guys some tips if anyone is also struggling. So I bought this journal last year and I was committed to get into journaling, but honestly it just ended up being a bunch of to-do lists. I don't know why, I just always felt like it was so overwhelming to get into journaling, because when you see people on social media talk about journaling and showing their journals, it's always such a stunning journal with lots of pictures and the writing is so nice and different colors and this and that. But when I realized it doesn't have to be perfect and you can journal whichever way works for you. And how it works for me is I bought another book because I just had to have like a clean slate. And I found this random sketchbook and the pages are blank. And what I like is that the paper is a bit thicker than my other notebooks, so the ink doesn't show through on the next page. And what I did, I went to Pinterest. I wrote journaling prompts because I wanted to see a little insight into other people's journal, because I never understood like what are people writing in their journal. Are they just, putting some thoughts, like random stuff? But I realized you basically only need a few journaling prompts, and I actually wrote them in this book so I could share with you guys if anyone is struggling with what to write in your journal. So first of all, you can write, how am I feeling recently? What am I most excited for? 3 things I'm proud of. What has been giving me energy and what has been draining my energy? 5 things I'm grateful for. What are 3 things I want to feel today? Who do I want to be for myself and others today? And positive affirmations. So these are just a few journaling prompts that have been working for me. And what I do, usually the night before or like the day before, I write down in my journal these questions, like a few of them. Like if you want to do 1 page or 2 pages, whatever you feel like, you can also do it in the morning. And just write them all down. And I make space for each answer. It honestly has transformed my life. Okay, that's very dramatic because I haven't been doing it for a long time, but I can see such a positive change in my well-being. It honestly is amazing, and there is a reason why so many people journal and why so many people talk about journaling, because it truly is amazing. Because in our society, like everything moves so rapidly, and I feel like I can get so overwhelmed and stressed out, and I have all of these thoughts in my head, and sometimes I feel like I'm just running on autopilot and not really thinking about the present and just, being in this moment. I don't know, I can't really explain how I've been feeling, but ever since I started writing in this journal, I feel like it just really clears my head. All of these feelings and all of these thoughts, just putting them on paper, it just gives you such a good perspective of your life, and it honestly just shifts my mindset. For example, with the question, what has been giving me energy? And when I write getting good night's sleep and getting some fresh air and eating good food, then like when I go about my day after I have been writing in my journal, I have those things like in my head and I think about these things that are making me feel good, and I'm gonna naturally actually lean more into those things, like, you know, going to bed early because I know it makes me feel good. And also just being grateful and just like, you know, pinpointing those small moments that you don't really think about, but in retrospective, those little moments make such a big difference in your life. We're moving so fast, and I feel like sometimes I'm already just in the future. I'm not present where I am currently. And that's why I wanted to journal, because I really want to be more present and grounded and in touch with my feelings and my body. And I have noticed such a big difference, and it's only been around 2 weeks. And this is definitely gonna be a part of my morning ritual. And I wanted to make this video for you guys about taking care of myself in 2025. And I have a lot of thoughts to share with you, but I don't want to keep this intro too long. And I also want to get some workout in, and I need to make breakfast. It's a bit gloomy, but I'm gonna go to a small park where I've been doing my outdoor Pilates. So I'm gonna go get dressed and head out. I'm done with my workout, and it was a bit tough, not gonna lie, but it felt really good in my body, and I'm happy that I'm done. It was only like 30 minutes. I've been doing these classes on the Pilates class app. They reached out to me and wanted to give me like a free trial if I wanted to try it out, and I thought it was perfect because there aren't any Pilates studios close to our apartment, and it takes, you know, a while to go if you want to take the bus, and it's also just nice to be able to do Pilates at home. And I've been going to this park, and it honestly feels amazing to do it out. And I'm just like on my toes, like in the grass. I feel very like connected with nature. I'm really loving it. We bought this yogurt called Bondi yogurt. It's like 1 kilo, and it was not the cheapest one in the store, but I really wanted to try it out because it looks very homemade, and it has 5 types of live probiotics for gut health. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna put some granola and nectarines. I love the fruits here in Australia, especially the nectarines and the mangoes. Oh my goodness, this is something that I'm gonna miss so much in Copenhagen. Like, also the avocados are on another level. They're so big and juicy. So yeah, that's definitely something that I'll be missing. Ooh, it smells very soury, but I think it's gonna be really good. Quick word from the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform, so whether you're just starting out with a personal blog, you want to create an online portfolio, or you want to grow your business, Squarespace has all the tools to support you along the way. One feature that really stands out is their Blueprint AI. It helps you create a personalized website by asking a few questions about your idea and building a design that reflects your style. It's an intuitive way to get started without needing hours of trial and error. And if you're planning to sell something like courses, memberships, or videos, Squarespace makes it seamless to set up payments on your site. They even offer flexible options like Apple Pay and Klarna, making things super convenient for your customers. If you've been considering building a website, you'll find all the details in the description box, and you can save 10% of your purchase of a website or domain when you use my code BIRTALIN. I've been reading quite a bit recently, and it's been so nice, especially when you're reading a good book. And I read all of your guys' comments on my last video, and I wrote down all of your guys' recommendations in terms of books, and I'm super excited to go check them out. But I'm currently reading this book called Evenings and Weekends by Ocean McKenna. My friend Elena recommended me this book, and I'm so happy she did because I've been enjoying every single bit of it. I'm a little bit more than halfway through the book, and it's set in London during a hot summer weekend. It follows 4 acquaintances all dealing with different struggles, whether it's financial worries or feeling stuck in unfulfilling jobs or just searching for something more in life. What I love about this book is that you get to follow each and every character and you get to know them as their stories unfold, and I found it super interesting. I mean, I still haven't finished the book, but I find it very interesting because their lives are kind of intertwined. His writing is so effortless and engaging, and I feel like he does such a good job at showing you the differences of living in a big city like London, which can be so exciting at times, so much to do, so much things going around, but at the same time it can also feel super lonely. But yeah, so far so good. I'm probably going to finish this book in the next couple of days, and I will give you my final thoughts probably in my next video, so stay tuned. Okay, I thought I could sit down and chat with you guys while the banana bread is in the oven. It takes 45 to 50 minutes to bake, and I'm so excited because the dough was actually really good, and I have high expectations because I saw this video on TikTok and this girl was saying that it's the best banana bread recipe ever. So we'll see, but I feel like this is so formal that I'm sitting in front of my camera like talking to you guys, but I've had some things on my mind and I just wanted to kind of share it with you. So basically, when Helge and I arrived in Australia, we were so excited, and you know, just being in this country has been truly magical. And that's also another thing that I want to talk about because I've truly fallen in love with Australia. But yeah, we were just so excited about finally being here, and it honestly still kind of feels surreal to be on the other side of the globe and just living normal life. I don't know, it's amazing. But we kind of came to the realization that we were super burnt out from our job and just life in general. But it took a while to actually realize this because, you know, we're in Australia and there's so much to explore and the weather is so nice. And, you know, in a perfect world, I would want to be outside and explore all of these different places around Sydney and, you know, go to these cafes and go to these restaurants and meet new people and just having the time of my life. Honestly, that was just not really the case, and even though I have met a lot of amazing people here in Sydney and we've been able to see so many wonderful things and travel a little bit around, even though we have barely even traveled, which I'm also feeling quite guilty about, to be in Sydney and not going to all of these different places. And I get so many messages, and it's not any shade to you guys, but a lot of people are asking me to come to like Brisbane and go to New Zealand and go to Japan, and I would absolutely love that. And I feel like I need to use the opportunity while I'm here to do some traveling, but I just don't have the energy. And it's so crazy to say that because I'm always showing kind of the highlights of our lives and like our trips and everything, and I feel so incredibly grateful to have this as my job. I wouldn't want to do anything else, but I've just not been really in touch with myself. And I feel like I've talked about this in a few of my videos, and I was always trying to figure out like what is wrong with me, like why am I not like satisfied and so happy and energized and stuff. But yeah, it wasn't kind of until my birthday, and Helge and I, we bought some food to go to have some picnic during my birthday on the 1st of January. And we were planning to go to the beach, and I mean, we made super nice breakfast, and then we were gonna head out, go to the beach with our picnic, and the weather was amazing. But I don't know, I just wanted to stay inside and lay in bed and watch TV. And I feel embarrassed to say that because I'm in Sydney and I should be like wanting to do all of these things and like having fun. And yeah, that was kind of a waking point for me. I was like, why do I just want to stay at home and do nothing? And I think the past few months, or even maybe the whole of last year, I think I've honestly been running on no batteries because I have been neglecting taking care of myself and figuring out the work-life balance. And it's a bit difficult because I am vlogging my life on YouTube, and I love that, but I need to know when to turn off my phone and be present and just living life and not always being connected on my phone. I think I've gotten so exhausted, kind of always checking my Instagram, checking my messages, and like always wanting to respond, but I also don't have the energy sometimes to respond. So I'm, using energy to like check messages, but I'm not answering, and then I'm procrastinating, and it's just like, I don't know. And so I realized that this year I had to take better care of myself. And that's also the reason why I knew that I really wanted to get into journaling. I can feel the impact that it's having. Helge and I decided to also prioritize our sleep because I think we're probably sleep deprived after like the last year, just like boom, 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 always trying to, do so much. That's why we decided to sleep 9 hours a night. And we're trying our best to go to bed at 10 and wake up at 7. And we're trying to, stay in this routine because apparently it's so good for you to stick to the same sleeping routine. And it's funny because we've been doing it for, 2 weeks or something now. We kind of just wake up automatically at around 7. So I can definitely feel that it's having good benefits for me. Then I try my very, very best not to check my phone in the mornings. I have listened to so many podcasts, and you've probably heard this yourself, but the worst thing you can do is go on your phone, or because your dopamine is going to be craving this specific thing the whole day. And I can really feel that I'm kind of feeding all of my anxious feelings when I check my phone right when I wake up, instead of just having my phone somewhere where I can't reach it. And instead I either make a matcha, or I've also been just boiling some hot water and squeezing some lemon juice and just having these quiet moments with myself. Writing in my journal has honestly been amazing, and I feel so much more peaceful just like having these moments. And then sometimes I just sit on the sofa and I'm just staring outside, just like letting my head think about things and just like not giving my attention to the phone first thing in the morning. I have been wanting to exercise more. And when I say exercise, I'm not talking about like doing cardio and HIIT workouts and like sweating so much. It's more that I want to, do maybe 20 minutes a day, either going out for a walk, and I've been doing, mostly Pilates, that is kind of low intensity workouts, because I am trying my best to keep my cortisol levels stable, because I think that's also something that I realized, that my cortisol levels are quite high. So I've actually not been going out for runs. I've been going out for walks instead, and I think it's actually so nice and relaxing. I usually just listen to a podcast, and I am a really fast walker, and Helge can confirm that, because we went on a walk together and I was like, okay, I'm not speed walking or anything, but I'm quite tall and my feet are long, or my legs are long, so I can walk pretty fast, and I feel like it's just so energizing and I love it. So yeah, that's kind of the situation. I just wanted to tell you guys so you'll maybe understand if I'm doing more of these things and not as much like, exploring and meeting new people and stuff like that, because I'm really trying to focus on my well-being and my health, because I think, stress is probably like the biggest, or like, I don't know how you say it, but the leading cause of all diseases or something. It's actually insane. So I really need to figure this out now, because later in life, you can't reverse it. So now I just need to figure out the work-life balance and just taking care of myself. So yeah, that was a little live update. I actually just bought this long sleeve. It's from Brandy Melville and it is so cute. I actually should show you guys what I bought, because I bought a few things. Wait, okay, I'm gonna go get it. I have a weak spot for gray shirts and long sleeves and tank tops. So I got this one, and you've probably seen me wear this type of tank top before, but I spilled espresso on it and I couldn't get it out, so I had to buy a new one. And yeah, it's such a staple in my wardrobe, and this one is also really, really nice. And then I bought this black one with this lace detail, really cute. These navy blue striped shorts, they are so cute, but I have to admit they are a little bit like underwear, so I don't feel very confident walking in these outside, but they are perfect inside. They are really, really lovely. Also another long sleeve in this navy color with this V-neck and these buttons. I don't know, I just love these basics that you can wear around the house or when you go outside. I feel like you can easily dress them up and down. And another navy top. I felt like this one was a little bit, I don't know, grungy. It's like a little bit messy, kind of ripped. So it, sits on your shoulders a little bit effortlessly. I don't know, can't really explain, but it's really cute. And last but not least, I bought a polka dot dress because I'm obsessed with polka dots. And this one is just super cute, like a mini dress, I don't know, with buttons. The banana bread is ready in 7 minutes and I'm so excited. So let's go and check up on the banana bread. It already smells pretty nice in the apartment. The banana bread is divine. It's so moist, and I think it's really good to have some dark chocolate chips in it. And I will link the recipe down below. And I put the bread in the oven for 45 minutes. So if you want it super moist, I was like, is it raw, but I don't think so. It's really good. We're just watching our show. It's called Severance, and you guys have probably heard about it. It's on Apple TV, and I highly recommend giving it a try because it is such a good show. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!